So the first thing I learned
So the first thing I learned
I went to the
when I went to the
monastery
monastery
was to learn
was to learn
how the mind
how the mind works.
works. Because once you know
Because once you know
how the mind
how the mind works,
you can control
you can control it.
it. And once you can control
And once you can control it, you can focus it.
You can't
You can't
focus or concentrate
focus or concentrate
something you don't
you don't understand.
understand.
Dadapani, the Hindu priest, thought will change your life.
When people say to me,
When people say to me,
life is too busy,
life is too busy,
I can't simplify.
I can't simplify.
No, it's you.
No, it's you don't want
Don't
to.
You have the
You have the choice.
choice. Nobody's holding a gun.
Nobody is holding a gun to your head saying,
You have to associate
you have to associate
with
with these people,
You have to do
or you have to do these things.
No, you choose.
No, you choose to do them.
People say this to
People say this to me
all the time.
all the time. I hang around
entrepreneurs and
entrepreneurs,
other people that
other people that you and I
you
have
and I have
met.
They've come up with Snap.
They've come up with Snapchat.
You need to be on
You needed to be on Snapchat.
I'm like, I don't need
I'm like,
to be
I
on
don't
Snapchat.
need to be on Snapchat.
I don't care what
I don't care what comes up tomorrow.
I'm not going to do it.
I'm not going to do it.
Because I can't
Because I can't
say it.
send it.
Right? That's going to
Not going to take
take a little bit
that's going to take a little bit
more on my end.
more of my energy today.
And I only have this much.
And I only have this much
I need to
energy,
divide
and I need to divide
between all the
it between all the
people and
people
things that I love.
and things that I love.
My law of thermodynamics
The law of thermodynamics says
states you cannot create
that you cannot create
or destroy
or
energy,
destroy energy,
but you can transfer it.
but you can transfer it from one thing to another, or transform it from one thing to another.
So I can't create more
So I can't create
energy. I only have
more energy. I only have this much.
Because come 11
Because at 11 o'clock
tonight,
this
I'll be
night,
exhausted.
I'll be exhausted and ready to
ready to
sleep.
sleep. So I got this much,
So I got this much,
100%.
100%.
I need to know
I needed to know
where I'm dividing.
where I'm dividing.
I always tell
I always tell
entrepreneurs to
entrepreneurs to look at
the same
energy
way they look at
the same way they look at money.
It's a finite
It's a finite
resource that needs
resource that
to be
needs to
wisely
be
managed.
wisely managed,
wisely
wisely reallocated,
reallocated
and wisely
wisely
invested.
invested. The average person
The average person
sleeps with 7
sleeps with 7 to 8 hours.
to say roughly.
To say roughly,
So we wait for about
so we're awake for
16 hours.
about 16 hours of the day.
Let's just say on
Let's say on average,
average we're practicing
we're practicing 13 hours a day.
13 hours a day.
13
7 days
hours a day, 7 days a week.
a week.
Distraction.
And then you wonder why
And then you wonder why
it's so good.
you are so good at it.
That's the law of
That's the law of practice.
The law of practice is
The law of practice is that we become good
at whatever it is we
at whatever it is we practice.
whether it's
Whether it's
positive
positive
or negative,
or negative,
it doesn't matter.
it doesn't matter.
If you practice
If you practice
something
over
and
and
over
over and over again,
you become really good.
you become really good at it.
And that's why people,
And that's why people are
so good at
so good
distraction.
at distraction.
because it's what they,
Because it's what they practice.
and then people say
And then people say things like
technology
technology
are great distractions,
are great distractors,
right?
right? Smartphones,
Smartphones. Oh, I have this thing.
Oh, I have this thing.
so distracting.
so distracting.
My smartphone,
My smartphone,
the internet.
the internet,
Are they distracted?
all they distract us.
I'd like to say
I like to say
no,
no first,
and then
yes,
But mostly no.
but mostly no.
Technology in
Technology is in itself.
itself is not about
In itself is not a bad
It's
thing.
actually
It is actually a beautiful thing,
as long as we.
as long as we're in trust of it.
But if every
But if every
time
time
your
your iPhone beeps,
beeps or makes a sound
or makes a sound,
when you turn to
you
it,
turn to it and
you
you
go,
go,
"Yes, master."
yes, master.
how can I serve you to?
How can I serve you today?
Then you live
Then you live in that
in the world
world,
of distraction.
world of distraction.
It's
It's training
training
you to be distracted.
But if you actually
But if we're actually
Use
use technology, but if we're actually use technology,
is not
then technology is not a better thing.
so how do we
So how do we become good at concentrating?
we start by
We start by understanding the mind,
right all
right? All of us
of us have a mind.
have a mind.
It's the most
It's the most
powerful
powerful
tool in the world.
tool in the world.
Built a smartphone.
It built the smartphone.
It's put
It's put
machines that drive itself.
machines that drive itself on Mars.
So the first thing
So the first thing I
I learned when I
learned,
went to the mall
when I went to
was
Mars
to
3
learn
was to learn how the
the
mind works.
Because once you know
Because once you know
how the mind works,
how the mind works,
you can control
you can control it.
it. And once you can control
And once you can control
it,
it,
you can focus.
you can focus this.
You can't focus.
You
or
can't
concentrate
focus or concentrate something
you don't understand.
you don't understand.
So how does the
So how does the mind work?
mind work? From the monk's
From the monk's perspective,
perspective, from the monk's can't focus.
you can't focus
concentrate
or
something.
concentrate something
You don't understand.
you don't understand.
So how does
So how does the mind work?
From the monk's
From the monk's
perspective,
perspective,
from the monk's
from the monk's
experience of the mind,
experience of the mind,
there's
there are two things
two things that you need to
that you need to understand. One is
there's awareness,
the awareness,
and one is the mind.
and one is the mind.
So it'll take a few moments to
So I'll take a few
explain this to you.
moments
Explain this to you.
to explain
So
this
it'll
to
take a few
you.
moments to explain this to you.
Explain
Shall
this to you and say what they are.
So imagine
They are. So imagine
awareness is
awareness is growing ball of light,
like an orb
like an orb
that can float around.
that can float
Okay, so that's
around.
awareness.
Okay, so that's awareness.
Now imagine your
Now imagine your mind
mind as a
as a vast space,
vast area
a vast area with many
many different sections.
stations within it.
One area of the
Within it,
mind
one area of the mind is anger,
jealousy,
jealousies,
food,
food, sex, happiness,
joy,
choice,
signs,
science, art.
and this glowing
And this growing ball of
light
awareness
can travel
within the
and
mind,
it can go to
and it can go to
any area of the mind.
any area of the mind it wants to go to.
And when it goes to
And when it goes
a
to
particular area of the mind,
a particular area of the
it lights
mind,
up
it lights up that
when
area.
it lights up that area
When it lights up
of the mind,
that area of the
you
mind,
become conscious
you become
of it.
conscious of it.
And this is what
And this is what
happens all day.
happens all day. We allow people
and things around
us to take our
awareness
awareness
from one
from one area of the mind to another
all day long.
all day long.
From the time we
Wake up,
and
therefore
we become distracted.
to be concentrated,
To be
able to keep your awareness on one thing for an extended period of time.
How do we practice
this?
We practice
We practice this by doing one thing at a time
throughout the day.
What's the best
way
to develop
concentration?
The best way to develop concentration is to bring that practice into our everyday life. Look at opportunities
throughout
your day.
in your average
In your average day, ask
what's a
yourself,
great opportunity?
what's a great opportunity to practice
Concentration.
concentration?
How many of you have a spouse?
How many of you have a spouse, a partner that you live with?
Quite a few of you.
Quite a few of you.
Every time you
Every time you speak
speak with your spouse,
with your spouse or your partner, keep that
ball
whole of light,
awareness on
that awareness on that person.
It drifts away.
It drifts away,
Bring it back.
bring it back.
Drifts away.
It drifts away,
Bring it back.
bring it back.
The more you
The
practice
more you practice
this, the more
the more you
you
become
become better
better at
at
concentration.
concentration. Give her
Give her
or him
or him
your undivided.
your undivided attention.
So if you speak to your spouse,
So if you speak to your
Spouse for 2
spouse for 2 hours a day,
what a great
what a great opportunity to practice concentration.
concentration. Every time you
Every time you speak
speak with your child,
with your child,
practice
practice concentration.
concentration.
Parents come
Up
up
to me all the
to
time
me all the time
and say,
and they say,
Honey, how
Tante Pani, how can I teach my children
to
to concentrate?
concentrate? Very easy.
Very easy.
You learn to concentrate.
You learn to concentrate first.
There's an old saying that
There's an old saying that goes, monkey sees,
monkey do.
monkey do, monkeys do,
You know,
monkey sees, monkey do, you know.
and if you can't
And if you can't
concentrate, you
concentrate, you can't
expect
expect your child to concentrate.
And if you don't
And if you don't teach your children how to concentrate,
concentrate, how
how can they
possibly
learn how to concentrate?
They can't.
They can't.
The benefits of concentration
The benefits of
are
concentration
endless.
are endless.
When you're able to
When you're able to
concentrate,
concentrate,
you're able to focus
you're able to focus
all
on
your
your
energy into a single good
into a single given point.
life. It's a
Life is a manifestation
manifestation of
of where
your energy is.
your energy is flowing.
And if you can't
And if you can't
concentrate your energy
concentrate your
to
energy,
the things that you want
the things that you want
Manifest
to
in
manifest in your life becomes very,
very, very
very challenging.
challenging. So learn to concentrate.
So learn to concentrate
By doing
by doing one thing at a time.
Bring this
Bring this practice into everything that you do throughout the day.
Make it a part
Make it a part of your life.
Practice,
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 practice, practice.
practice. Keep bringing
Keep bringing
awareness back.
awareness back
And keep it
and keep it focused on one thing at a time. If you struggle and have a hard time, consider taking an online therapy session with our partner BetterHelp.